Okay, that was fun. Now that the moisture issue is presumably fixed, it's been a couple of weeks. Haven't had any moisture issues since. It's dry in here. The only issues we really have left. We've got the headliner still sagging as per usual. We're going to correct that today. I just wanted to give you guys a kind of a quick rundown before I tear into this thing. We're going to be doing a couple of things today. One is going to be getting the headliner out. Two, we are going to be adjusting and retightening this exhaust a little bit. The last time my wife drove the Ute, our driveway is a little bit tricky. Our driveway leading back to the shop here. So if you don't kind of jockey it going up onto the road, it will scrape, and unfortunately that happened. So it's got a rattle where something has loosened up just a little bit. So we are going to be resetting the exhaust and tightening things down to hopefully cure that. Otherwise, the only other thing we have left, we've got an ABS light that has been coming on religiously. And I've got that isolated to the rear harness, right where it plugs in just in front of the rear axle. I'll show you guys that when the time comes. Otherwise, yeah, we're just going to be cleaning that and maybe putting some dielectric grease around the outside, around the pins. Hopefully seal it up, keep moisture from getting in there. But I'll run you through what I'm going to do with that as I'm doing it. But for now, let's show you where we're at here. I've started taking the headliner out. The visor is down. There's a little clip that goes here, this bad boy, and to drop that, this pin, you take your screwdriver or what have you, and that slides out and drops. So there it is, slid out, and if you watch in there, that slides in and that secures it up here. Over here, the other side of the visor, got I think that's a 4mm hex screw or something there. I just used a flat blade to get it out. And then 2-pin connector for the vanity lights. And then in each of the 4 corners, under these little airbag tabs, we've got 1 screw to hold this pillar in place, 1 screw to hold that pillar in place, and then 1 on each of the back pillars here. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'll let you know how this turns out, or you'll see how this turns out. Okay, guys, headliner is out. There was a little bit more to it. Clips here were a bit of a pain, but doable. So essentially you just pull the little plastic covers back. There's 3 clips here that just pop off. Then you just open the door up wide and slide her out. So there she is sitting over there. That'll go to the shop tomorrow and be reupholstered, refinished. And we'll put it back in as soon as that's done. So now let's get this puppy in the air and get on to the real fun stuff. This thing's up in the air, I'll show you what we were looking at for some trouble points. Okay, so down here, I did not record myself doing this just because now I'm a tad deaf. That was loud. Took my impact gun and loosened up here and here, basically each side, just a touch. Flexed the whole line a little bit, loosened it here, and again on the other side. And I did not loosen at the header mounts, but everywhere else. Loosened it up a little bit, tried to wiggle it, get it to settle, and torqued that back down with a couple of other duggies. Now I'll show you what we're looking at for our connector issue. I've got a flash on here, I thought. Apparently I don't. I don't know how to work it. This bad boy here is our problem connector. This is the main connector for ABS and wheel speed of the rear wheels, and it is a problem child for all of the VE platform vehicles, your Commodore, your Ute, your Pontiac G8, your Caprice, you name it, this has been a problem for it. So we're going to pop this thing apart, clean it, see if we can get the connection more secure, and see if this fixes our problem. Otherwise, we may be replacing the receptacle side up here. So, more to come. Okay. Connectors off. There's the plug side. There's the receptacle side right there. This has previously been, I put some dielectric grease in there, but looks like it worked its way into the wrong spots. So that is, dielectric grease is an inhibitor. It's more an insulator. You want to use that to keep things waterproof. You don't want to use that to secure a connection necessarily. So I'm going to be cleaning this up. Got my quick drying electric cleaner and some Q-tips. Disconnected the battery just to verify that we have zero power in any form coming back here. So, going to spray this down. Get that. Oh, that looks beautiful. Get that in there. Let that dry out a bit, and I'll run some Q-tips through it. I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Okay, back. Everything has been cleaned up, cleaned out, and should be ready to rock and roll. That's been thoroughly, not as thoroughly as I would like, cleaned out, but we got grease back there where there should be grease to keep water out from the bottom. The pins are clean. That'll work for me for now. We'll try it at least. And we're going to re-secure that. Can we re-secure that? Let's fight this. Is something fighting us? Something might be fighting us here. Huh. Well, that may be half the battle right there. She's not latching. Why isn't she latching? Huh. Okay. There we go. That latched. Okay. So to secure this connection, I have a handy dandy conduit. Feed that in there. And I'll just get this started over here. Sorry about the crappy camera work here, guys. Okay, that has been started. Finish this off with a Panduit gun. Ladies, if your boyfriend doesn't know what this tool is, you have a girlfriend. Okay. You pygmy bastard. All right. All right, that cinched that on there. Okay. So, now that that's all done, our exhaust has been situated. This connector is as good as on. This is going to be a little bit before we can take this thing out for a spin. I don't want to do it without the headliner just because I'm weird like that. So it's going to be probably 2 more days, and then we'll get this thing on the road.